yes. Nah, for real though, guys, I've been super low-key addicted to the sugar-free Red Bulls. I used to like the regular ones, but after looking on how much sugar is actually in there, I had to go with an alternative, you know. Coming out to midnight right here. Wow, just getting bombarded by black flies. All right, guys, we're gonna plug the Flash Pro in real quick. All right, boom, display. Look at that, we good. Today's video, I'm going to be answering the question that a lot of you guys have been asking me for a while now, and a lot of people are probably curious, but today's video is going to go over why I decided to go K24 swap. The first reason is because my K20 has high miles. Even though the car wasn't really, you know, presenting any other issues, but I mean, I got sketched out, you know, 200K, yeah, it could have probably lasted 300K if I wanted it to, but realistically, I wanted to be on the safe side, and I wanted something with lower miles. You know, sure, I could have rebuilt the K20, but I mean, I found the JDM K24 for cheap, you know, 650 bucks. So I ended up deciding to jump on that. Reason number two is because of torque. All right. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys can, you know, vouch for me. People have done the swap. People who have, you know, full bolt-on dyno K24s. I'm sure a lot of you can agree with me on the whole torque aspect, guys. You know, the K24 produces a great amount of torque from the factory. You know, especially the JDM ones make a little bit more torque than the USDM. But I mean, stock, you're talking at least, well, we'll say, I think it's 164 pound-feet of torque is the lowest. Anywhere from 164 pound-feet to 171 pound-feet in the JDM K24s. So right off the bat, I mean, you're gonna have a significant torque advantage basically over all the other Hondas. But for me, you know, having the K20 for about maybe 2 or 3 years or so, and then having my daily driver, my D17, I just was kind of tired of not having the power. And I guess you could say I wanted to explore, kind of expand my horizon. And I've always been infatuated with the K24, you know, so I always wanted a Honda with torque. That's reason number two. I've always been infatuated with the K24, guys. You know, the K24 is very, very similar to the K20, especially if you have the iVTEC version like the K24A and the K24A2s, which both come equipped with RBB, true VTEC heads, intake and exhaust. So I've always been infatuated with them. I've always like seen them doing work at the track, you know, and I've always seen the torque. I was just like, wow, like that thing gets up out of its way and moves, you know. And shout out Brandon, basically after driving his 9th Gen SI, like maybe a year or two ago at one of the H-Day events, I really loved the feel. I think that's what put me on the K24s, is the feel that it has, like the mid-range power band. Like for example, like the mid-range. So I'm at 3K right now, right? 4th gear. And it just picks up. From 3,000 to 7,000, it's awesome. A lot of torque, a lot of usable power. And I truly believe that ever since that day where I drove that 9th Gen, Brandon's 9th Gen, I was kind of like, wow, I want to go K24. As crazy as that sounds. So yeah, summing up 3, basically infatuated with them. I like the power numbers on the paper. I've seen great dyno charts, great E-Tune graphs with them, and I've always like wondered how they stacked up against the K20 and how they felt like, if they felt like the K20. So basically I've been doing a lot of research on the K24 for a while, and I was low-key, I always wanted one. I've always wanted a K24 since I got into Hondas. I started learning about them, and I just honestly set my mind to it, told myself I wanted one. I was, like I said, I was obsessed with them a little bit. I studied a lot of articles on them. Number 4, I guess we could say that ideally the main goal was to, you know, get the K24 block ultimately. All right, because I was planning on going Frankenstein with this car. That was the ultimate goal. You know, I want to do a Frank build, and I studied basically that having that bottom block basically nets the best torque you can have combined with the K20 head. So I kind of like studied a lot, and I seen the power numbers, and I was really excited about the Frankenstein build. Although that didn't happen, you know, that's still in the future. All right, so we'll make this like a 5 reasons. I wanted an engine that is going to be good for pretty much everything. Now, I'm not saying that the K20 does not have potential or none of that stuff. I'm not trying to talk crazy right now, but what I'm saying is that most of my driving that I do in this vehicle is basically in like city, even highway driving. All right, now the K24, from my understanding, I don't know if it has to do with the bigger displacement or whatnot, but from my understanding, the K24 makes better power with modifications. I know for a fact that it has a lot more torque in the city and even on the highway on ramps than the K20, and it has the same amount of tuning potential as the K20 does. Oh yeah, those are my top 5 reasons why I went K24 swap. To be exact, this is a RBB1 from a 2004-2005 JDM Honda Odyssey Absolute. I gotta tell you guys, for having a TSX head, I don't know what all this, like I said, I haven't tried the K20 head on the K24, but saying I need the K20 head is kind of crazy, because this thing just, top end, it feels pretty good, guys. Now, obviously, I wish I had a little higher, you know, RPM, rev limiter. I talk about that all the time. But for what this thing is, dude, it feels like identical to the 20 top end. All right, just getting here right now. You guys can see this thing is, it doesn't look bad right now because the hour, but the whole front bumper has just everything on it, all kinds of bugs. And then I don't even know what this is from. This is just all like crap from like the rain or something. But if I ever get another SI, it's not gonna be black, because it's so hard to keep this thing clean, guys. Also, my wheels are dirty as hell right now too. Look at this. Look at that. Guys, I've been low-key listening to psychedelic rock channel on Pandora. It's chill, very chill. All right, guys, she's looking cleaner than she was. So I'm gonna conclude the video right here because it's getting pretty dark out right now, as you can see. So be sure to like, drop your comments down below, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I have way more planned. Stay tuned, it's gonna be sick, guys. So majestic. Look at that sunset, guys. As always, thank you for watching. Peace out. Stop for some gas right here really quickly. I'm standing here at the pump. Look what I found right there. Look at that. Got a FG2 coupe. Gonna throw in just 10 bucks. You guys know the deal. All the OGs know the deal.